Now we're going to talk about foot placement. Earlier we talked about putting your foot back on the board. So when you put your foot back on the board, you're kind of standing like this, right? But your front foot is still pointed straight. This means your front foot can't really steer. Your back foot can steer, but your front foot can't. To be able to steer, you want to move your front foot to roughly 45 degrees. You can move more also, but generally you put it in a 45-degree position. Putting it like this, perpendicular to the board, allows you to turn really hard. So sometimes, yes, you're gonna do this, but generally, roughly 45 degrees, it's a good balance of being able to turn and being able to quickly go back into a pushing or braking position. When you see pictures of skateboarding, or when you think about skateboarding, you kind of imagine a skateboarder riding like this. And they do ride like this sometimes, okay? But it's not all the time. But they pretty much never ride like this with both feet pointed outward. I mean, there are always exceptions. On a mountain board, yes, you would ride like this, but there are other reasons for that. The reason you don't want to do this is because when you want to push or when you want to brake, you're going to have to move your body a lot, right? This is a lot of motion, whereas if you're pointed more forward, you push, you get on, push, get on, push, get on. That's a lot easier than going from here to here. And the same goes for braking. If you're standing like this and you suddenly have to brake, you're going to have to move your body quite a bit. I normally actually angle both of my feet forward. Well, actually, if I'm just cruising in a straight line, I'm usually like this. But if, for example, I'm on a path where there are turns, then I may stand more like this. But me personally, this is not right or wrong or anything, but me personally, my back foot is also pointed a bit forward rather than being perpendicular. This is kind of just personal preference, but I do actually have a reason. This allows my upper body to point more forward. I can have my body twisted so that my shoulders are pointed completely forward. This allows me the greatest field of view. I can see straight ahead. I can see to my right, to my left. I can see everything. Whereas it's a little harder if my foot is like this because then my hip can't turn as much. So this is okay. This is okay also. Anything in between, try it out, see what works for you. But generally speaking, your front foot roughly like this if you need to turn. When you need to turn hard, it's like this. But generally, this is like a very standard pose.
Skate lessons for grown-ups who wanna be cool
with Skate Daddies.